Hi you guys, I hope all of you are doing well. Please forgive my lighting. I am currently at work. I feel like I'm always at work when I'm talking to you guys, but not only am I working, but I'm working towards something. And so that's something that I wanted to share with all of you before I get into the meat and potatoes of this message. Always be working towards something. I know that, sometimes we can get caught up in the mundane things of work life and things like that. And I know sometimes work can be frustrating, especially if you're the type of person like me who feels like, you know what, I shouldn't even be working. I should just be on an island somewhere with an umbrella in my drink. But just give yourself a little bit of grace and understand that, you were under a certain consciousness when you believed that you had to work for money. And you also have to realize that you were under a consciousness that landed you where you are. All is mental. So give yourself grace now that you are coming into the knowing of who you are and who you're meant to be. And just allow yourself to adjust to the new version of yourself. So I just wanted to give you that pointer to all of us who are, working for the money. I wanted to talk to you about the law of assumption and the act as if. And I heard something today from one of my mentors, and she said that when she began her manifestation journey, and the acting as if, it benefited her because at the time that she was starting out, she felt like she needed to act as if. What was it like to be a different type of person, right? And to go into that and acting as if you were that person. And then she said eventually she still felt like, she was pretending, she was acting. It wasn't something that she could see herself being because it was an act. And it got me to thinking. And I said, what about the law of knowing? When you get to a point where you no longer believe, but you know without a shadow of a doubt that you know with a level of pure certainty, that knowing will literally be drawn and pulled to you like a magnet. And so I just want us to get out of this whole law of assumption and acting as if. No, be that. When you act, right, just think about an actor or an actress. When they act, right, and they can be convincing, right? What's Love Got to Do with It was probably one of the best movies that I've ever seen in my life. And let me tell you something, nobody could tell me that Angela Bassett was not Tina Turner. I mean, she literally embodied that woman. But when the movie wrapped up, right, we all knew that Tina Turner and Angela Bassett were two different people. Once that role was done, Angela Bassett went on to do other movies. She embodied different characters, right? And it's cool to act, right? I think it's cool to embody something for a period of time. Using your imagination and acting like you are, a princess. I used to love doing that when I was young. But now that I am older and I have a fully developed prefrontal cortex, I can use my imagination to become and know of a surety that what I am becoming is what I've always been. I want you to start practicing the law of knowing. Knowing what you assume is very different than acting in the assumption of that thing. And so I want you to just start today by saying, I know that I am a millionaire. I know that I am healthy. I know that I am wealthy. Feeling what that feels like to know. Feel what it feels like to know what you've assumed yourself to be. And once you get into the knowing of the feeling, then you can't unknow it, right? When you act in the assumption, you can stop acting. You can stop pretending at any point. But when you know, you cannot unknow. I wanted to leave you guys with that. I hope you have a great day. I have to get back to work. I will leave you for now, but I will be holding on to your love until the next one. Bye.